Greetings. All right. So today I want to talk a little bit about a situation, little experience that I had a couple days ago. I was in Glendale, and that was the day that I went to Michael's when I was examining the Halloween barrage, which is out full force. There's no shame in it. Halloween's here, folks. So there is also a Cost Plus in that same shopping center. And Cost Plus is for those who don't have them in your area. It's like a an import store, home decor, um, like the beauty, well, not beauty, but like bath items and rugs, furniture, and in the back they have a large section of imported like food, a lot of snack food from all over the world, curated stuff, I guess. Chocolate bars and chips and other things. Anyway, gourmet food. I don't know what you call it. I was back there looking around. I don't go to Cost Plus much anymore, but I was out in the area and I thought I'll stop in. Okay, so in there I am. There I am looking at the I don't know, what was I looking at? Probably the imported treats from Japan, the little Hello Kitty stuff. And there's a lady next to me, about, I don't know, 5, 6 feet away from me, looking at a shelf. And she turns to me and she starts making some comments about. I think it started with my eyeglasses, and because I have these bright aqua glasses, and my fingernail polish happens to match. So this was sort of a starting point, I guess, for chit chatting. And so she's making some remarks about these things, and she says, "I'm getting artist vibes from you." I'm like, okay. So she's very friendly and engaging, and I thought, all right, let's just see what this is all about here. And we actually had a very interesting talk, which ended up segueing into what I am going to discuss today. Now, you probably see on the screen I have Amway pulled up, so you may be able to get a clue as to where this eventually is going to go. And I want to talk about this for a few minutes because this is stuff that I think about all the time. Whether it's a good thing to think about all the time, I don't know, but there it is. So it turns out that she worked for. I said, well, you got me nailed, and she mentioned the artist thing. I said, yes, I do work in animation and talking about the state of the industry right now. And she works at Universal doing film distribution, something in that area. And she says, but I actually have a degree in chemistry, and that she was overseas in the Mideast for 5 years. I don't remember what she did, maybe, possibly volunteer work. I don't know. And that sort of got me interested, and we ended up having what I feel actually came away with a very useful little chit chat about. Because I said, well, how did you go from a chemistry degree to film distribution? And I found that very interesting and kind of pertinent to things that are happening right now that I'm giving much thought to. Anyway, after that, she just sort of moved the conversation over, very friendly, like I said, laughing and everything. And she says, "Oh, I know something that could really help you." She says, "I've got some." She works with this other company, and she's got something going on the side, and that she's got some mentors, a mentor, mentors that would, could really help me out myself. Like if I wanted to, start doing my own thing, my own business. And okay, so here's where I have to, keep myself in check because I can have a tendency to jump way ahead of somebody. Okay. And I need to allow people to just, explain something to me. And if I start to dissect things very quickly, and I need to kind of, and I did a good job pacing myself, letting her explain what this was. But then, I have to do my line of questioning. I've got to, feel this out. What is this? So anyway, I let her talk because already it's like, okay, what do you mean, your mentors can help me, what do I need to be mentored in order to like, because I've had my own business. So anyway, what it is she says, oh yeah, they have a training course and they can help set you up with, a business. And it's like, well, normally when you go into business, you kind of do it on your own, right? I mean, I never enlisted any kind of, I mean, I guess you could get business advice from people. But anyway, no, of course, it's a lot more structured than that. And it's this 3-week training course. And she's very vague about, well, what training for what? What is it? And I kind of had to, press her a little bit about, what is this? And she says, oh, well, what it is it involves commodities that people need. All right. So she's slowly getting into this, using this kind of vagarity talk, commodities that people need. Okay, well, I mean, already it's obvious that, oh, you're selling stuff. And so I said, okay, what? I said, what's a commodity? What are you talking about? Like products? Oh, yeah, we have a lot of different products and it's sales. Okay, so the mentors are going to help me learn how to sell products that already exist. Okay, this has nothing to do with setting up your own business. And so I'm already, realizing what path this is heading down. And I said, okay, so this is already products that exist. Oh, yeah. And I said, so what is this? Is this sort of like an MLM? Okay. And MLMs, which you probably know, and if you don't, it's multi-level marketing. So this is where, like I said, well, this is like Amway. Okay. And it's funny because you can detect when something is shifted in somebody's mind a little bit. Like, she's trying to figure out how to, yes. And she says, yes, we do work with, Amway products. Like, like just come right out and tell me, it's like, it is interesting because MLMs it's kind of a business set up where the products already exist. Okay. And here we go. This is Amway. Okay. Amway's been around for years. And they sell, this is what you would be selling. You would have to, uh, it's like direct sales is what they call it. You got to call on your friends. You've got to, like what this lady is doing, although she's trying to recruit me. Okay. Which is, I'm going to get to that in a second. So generally, yeah, Amway has always focused on like household products. Here's some, I pulled up some like vintage stuff, cleaning products, I guess beauty products. He's got pots and pans and whatever else. I don't know, anything you might need. So anyway, it is multi-level marketing, which means that you sign up as a salesperson. And yes, you can go door to door, which now it's, of course, mostly online, or pestering your friends to buy the products. And I guess you make a little bit of a cut, which is still, I can't determine how much you actually make, really, from selling this stuff. And I'm going to show you something in a minute, because there's a cult-like quality to these businesses. And MLMs today, they could sell you jewelry. There's the LuLaRoe, which they sell leggings. Of course, beauty and healthcare products have always been kind of the big thing. But the way this is structured is that you need to recruit people who will work. Your team is what it is. You need to develop a team, and that's where you start to really make the money, because you will be selling things, and then you recruit somebody who will set up and start selling, and you get a little teeny cut of what they do, and then they're supposed to get people on board to sell under them. And this is why they call it a pyramid scheme, because the person at the top or the bottom, if you want to make it an inverted triangle, is always going to make the most money. You are the starting point. You've got all these, recruited people working under you, your downline, as they call it. And you get a little teeny cut of all that. So you get this, income flow from people that are doing work that they're off doing that. And that is how it works, really. I mean, that's pyramid schemes were very kind of a popular thing in the late 70s. I guess if I remember, I can tell you my mom got involved in a pyramid scheme. I can't believe she did that. My mother's pretty smart. but I guess it can be very alluring. So anyway, back to okay, Amway. There. Okay, so let me see. I'll get back to talking to this woman about it. So now we figured out what it is, and I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "So it's an MLM," and she looks at me and she says, "Well, define MLM." And the little tone in her voice was like, I mean, she's going to challenge me on this. You tell me what you think an MLM is. Well, there's no other answer except that it's, just what I described. It's a pyramid scheme, and it's funny that she kind of wasn't going to be 100% honest about it, which is another thing. You have to kind of be vague about stuff. And so, anyway, the 3-week training course. This is another thing she said. Okay, there's also, because I mentioned that this is sort of a cult-like thing, and I guess you got to be careful about how you phrase this. There's another thing that they will say, and I know this because I decided to do a lot of research on one particular company, and watch a lot of videos. This is Lavelle Thrive. Okay, so let me see. Oh, what she said was, she could tell because this is where I was pushing her. I was pushing her a little bit. I was careful, like I said, I didn't overwhelm her with, I know what this is. The jig is up. And she says, you know what? It's so funny because it was like, right out of textbook MLM training. She says, I was skeptical like you. That I love that. I love that because that is the classic, I was just like you. I questioned it. But of course, eventually, she saw the light, crossed the bridge, and now she's over in, the promised land. So I just simply have to be converted, and then I'll understand, and I'll look back at my critical thinking and laugh at it because, I shouldn't have been so, so cautious. So I laughed to myself because, and I'm like, where is this conversation going? We're standing in the middle of this food section here talking about this. So anyway, and then she mentioned the first year is free. All right. So here's where, oh God. Okay. So you're being recruited to sell stuff for a company, make them money. Very high profit margin for the company, by the way. I still am not quite sure how much commission you earn off this, but it ain't much because most people that join MLMs don't make any money. Vast majority of people don't make any money. And she says the first year is free. And I said, well, why would it not be free at all? You're a salesperson. Except, if you want to buy some samples for yourself to have them to show your customers. I can understand that being an expense. And I said, what are you talking about? Like, what's the second year? Oh yeah, and there's like a $60 fee or something every year. I don't know. And I said, well, why is there any fee at all if I am selling and making money for a company? And she said, well, look at it this way. If you were selling, let's say, she used an example of, I don't know, like lotions or whatever. Like, let's say I make my own lotions. And, you're going to put that together. You're going to put the ingredients together and, put the label on and everything. And that costs you money. And I said, yeah, but these products already exist. I said, the stuff that you're, suggesting I sell exist already. They're sitting in boxes in a warehouse. I don't have to invest in them. So she tried to justify this fee. And then another thing, I said, a 3-week training course. I said I would be completely bored. I said, you don't, I mean, here's where I'm getting maybe I'm getting a little bit feisty here, but I said 3 weeks. I said, I'd be bored out of my mind. I said, I don't need that. Just show me the stuff, lay it out, and, tell me how much it is and whatever. What's the cut? And then I'm off and running. We could wrap this up in like 15 minutes. What could you possibly talk about for 3 weeks? That's like that's an indoctrination. That's not a training course. So anyway, we know what's happening. And, I gave her my website address, and, she never contacted me. I'm sure she probably got the idea that, nothing's going to happen with me. So it makes me wonder, was that entire conversation, just her friendliness, the initial friendliness, was it entirely just to, talk to me about her, to recruit me? Because ultimately, here it is. She'd be making money off of me, right? According to this scheme. So she was just using me, man. She's using me. But that's all right because I had an interesting talk with her before the indoctrination course started, and I get some food for thought from our conversation ahead of that. But I just want to quickly see. I wanted to sort of do this quickly. I don't want to drag this out because I am kind of just again when I talk off the cuff like this, I want to make sure I capture everything. But I showed the Thrive. Um, I think I moved away from it here. But the Lavelle Thrive is no, here it is. What do you mean? Move away from it. Okay, yeah. Thrive is a company that I did a lot of research on. And they focus on the wellness. Okay, these shakes. And I'm going to have to admit, I actually tried some of these, and they actually don't taste too bad. But the margins on what you earn does not seem. They're very expensive. That's another thing. They've got this 3 system, which is absurd, but this is their big claim to fame. Is they've got this 3-step thing where you drink. Okay, as soon as your feet hit the floor in the morning, that's what all the salespeople read from their script. You take these vitamin pills, all right? And, we know there's millions of vitamin pills available in the world, but I guess they've figured out that these are the best. You drink your shake, that's your protein or your energy shake, whatever. And then this thing is a patch. And it's a patch you wear on your arm or wherever. And I guess during the day, it's supposed to deliver, super magical powers to you. I have looked up the ingredients of these patches, and it appears that a lot of it is a big ingredient that a lot of these companies use, which is caffeine. So you're getting that's why. And another thing I've noticed is it's almost always women. Lots of women that go into multi-level marketing sales. And I think the idea is that a lot of women in their 30s, maybe in their 40s, see, I have a lot of the psychology of this is what fascinates me too. Let me see if I can get back to the thing. Is that you've got a lot of women that, okay, they're stay-at-home moms, let's say. And oh my gosh, I just love this. I love watching. They watch these videos of these super pumped up women their ages, and these are the super sellers. For some reason, these women are able to get out there. They sell a ton of this stuff to their friends. They're able to recruit. Here's the rave reviews. There's one man. Okay. Well, no, there's another guy down there. But you see, the bulk of it is women. This has changed their life, literally, by taking the shake, the vitamins, and this patch that they stick on their arms with the Thrive logo on it. That's very clever. And what it is it's like for extra money. Let's say you're a stay-at-home mom, your kids are screaming or whatever, and you're home all day. You're at home in your giant, house, your cookie cutter tract home, and you're isolated, right? That's kind of the way we live today. A stay-at-home mom is there by herself in her big house with the kids running around. So this is like to bring in extra money. And back in the 50s when I looked through those magazines selling dresses, I noticed in the back of the women's magazines for homemakers, there are, a lot of opportunities to make extra money. So this is sort of following in the same tradition. So you're going to have a lot of these, but you have what I call the queen bees, the top women. And they would be the ones that probably would just irritate the hell out of you in high school, where they haven't gone anywhere, folks. They're just, 15 years older, and they've got life figured out. And you go and you sit in these Zoom meetings where they really impress upon you that, and there's a subliminal thing that you got to get out there, girl. You got to, put your whole heart into this. It's going to change your life. And basically, there's also the subtext that if you are not doing as well as the other ladies, I'm going to show you a video, but the video's not loading, I guess. There's something wrong with you. It's not because the products are super expensive, because this system, the patch, pills, and the shake, that's like almost $300 a month, and you're supposed to sign people up. It's at least $200-300 a month for all this stuff and auto ship. So that's what you want. You want to get them on an auto ship thing. Very expensive, especially today. Who's got the money to blow on this? And you don't even need it. I mean, this stuff is if you ate right and exercised, you wouldn't need any of this stuff. But they get in there and they really press upon the women. You got to work, 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 and Thrive is extremely goal oriented. Okay, it's shot by goal. Okay, rewards. And let me get on to this promoter rewards. They spend more time dangling carrots in front of you, I think, than explaining exactly how much money you make, because they really push the idea here that, okay, if you are a very big seller, if you can really sign up people to buy these products and keep them buying them with auto ship, you can earn a monthly car allowance. So this is very clever, because the people at Thrive have joined like car companies. And if you sell, you've literally probably got to be selling thousands of dollars worth a month. They'll tell you, if you maintain that sales level, you keep bringing in thousands a month, we'll give you like $500 or $600 a month to put towards a lease. Okay, so what you're doing is you're signing up for a lease, and you have to maintain your sales to keep the car payments covered by Thrive. They'll cover your Lexus, and they when you go to their they have these events that they do at hotels, and they'll bring the cars in and have you do a test drive. It's very clever, because if your sales start to drop and you don't maintain that high, you still owe money on that lease, right? So you're going to have to pay it off through your own money to the car. So it's very parasitic. It's fascinating to me. They really pump you up at these public events. The founders of the company will go out on stage, and the women, they have video of the. You'd think you're going to some rock concert. The women are pumped and they're screaming, and they got Mardi Gras beads hanging off their necks, and they're just with their friends, and it's just sort of this mass hysteria. Um, and that's the big thing. Like I mentioned, the isolated housewives or whatever, they're at home. Not, I don't know if did I say single moms? Not necessarily single, but they're at home and they want something to do, and they need to bond. We're social creatures, so you're going to get out there with your women, get your ladies in the neighborhood together, and it fulfills the emotional connection. But there's a lot of competition and all these fabulous, vacations that you'll be able to take, and they'll send you to New Orleans. Mexico is a huge place they like, to Vegas. That's exciting. And you'll go with your friends, and from what I understand, they don't always pay for airfare. So you can go to San Diego, but you have to pay for some of this. But once you get there, man, you're going to set up in your hotel. You're going to be giggling and gaggling with your girlfriends. And like I said, there's this competition. Oh, here we go. Here is now there are some guys mixed in with these, but a lot of ladies. This is their thing. Look at this. You can dance. You're having a great time. They keep the music loud, and it's and then you get in there, and then the founders will really pump you up to get out there and sell. And like I said, most people don't make any money and they drop out. All right, I actually am going to edit this just a little bit, because after I finished the video, I found this. This is what I wanted to show you. Okay, let's suppose you want to get down to brass tacks, find out how much am I going to make? What is my commission on selling, the stuff? So this is the rewards plan PDF. And when we scroll through it, okay, this is what you're presented with initially. Okay, so you tell me whether at first glance this looks like an easy to figure out chart for, okay, what's the bottom line? What's my cut when I sell, a box of Thrive shakes? How much do I make? How long is it going to take you to find out? It's just all over the place. And what I think I have figured out, because there's all these levels, the infinity fast start, paid weekly, unit level team commissions, charts like this, VIP, all these things where, as your sales increase, like, okay, well, I still don't even know how much I make. Um, I think I have found it, which would be, okay, this is because it's a pyramid. Personal customers, you'll make 20% on every sale. So how much would that be? Like $15? If it's a $50 thing, it doesn't seem like a lot. But these level 1, 2, and 3 customers, uh, you will be making money off of your under your downline. People you recruit, will you get a cut of their pay. Um, the thing is if you get a cut of their pay, do they get less commission than you? Because if they do, and let's say this lady at the Cost Plus gets 20% on Amway or whatever it is, the commodities that she sells, and I'm her level 1 recruit, she gets 12% off of me. Do I make 8%? Because then why would I not just want to go out and start fresh on my own? As that's why I don't understand how that works. Okay, yeah, there it is. I think maybe they've clarified it. Yeah, you can earn 20% on the BV. Okay, what initially BV? Why don't you just say 20% commission? I don't even know what BV is. I haven't found the answer yet. But here, oh my God, look at this. What is this? Why, this seems to resemble a certain geometric shape. There you are. And here's all your little, you're going to be parasiting off of these people and sucking some of their commission in. And that's how you're a success, is you're building all these little mini tiny streams. Poor Calvin. Calvin, anyway. So that's how you succeed. And, they don't want to tell you that. She was very kind of sketchy when I asked, okay, what is it? Pyramid scheme. Multi-level. What is a multi-level marketing? What does that mean to you? She asks me. Well, here's the Lavelle chart. You tell me. And then it's like, yeah, there's all this other stuff which is designed to be confusing and diverting from the reality of what you're about to step into. So this is a little exciting video they put together. Now these are the top women. They call them CEO masterminds. And the ladies have earned an exciting vacation to Mexico. Okay, the video is, there they are. This sort of looks like an episode of The Bachelor. You can see this. Look at, again, they always have the bands that are going to really, and again, here, yeah, see, it's all ladies here. They've done it. Okay. And this is what they keep showing you. They keep showing you, there's the guy, one of the founders, really. Look at this. There they are, and they're checking their cell phones. You can get a towel with your name on it because you have sold so much of this stuff. There they are. They're always jumping. Yep, she's a millionaire, boy. Or that's what her goal is. She wants to become a millionaire. Now you have to remember, you are not an employee of this company. You're just doing sales on your own. But are you going to be invited to it? No, I won't be. Because I actually like to run real businesses. And then, of course, they have to have the disclaimer at the end because chances are this isn't going to happen. So anyway, I just wanted to share that little thing because I always enjoy this. Oh, wait, let's see if I can find. Okay, here. This is Amway again. And she was saying, oh, yeah. I said, oh, yeah, Amway is, they've been around for a long time. She says, oh, yeah, they've really, they're adding a lot more products. And, I said, yeah, well, they got to keep up with the times. And I was just looking at some of these little categories here. Again, there is no lack of nutritional supplements, vitamins, health-oriented things in this world. So I'm trying to figure out, you could go to Target and find any shampoo, soap, lotion, hand cream, whatever it is you need, and then that's it. Why would you buy from Amway? What is it about their stuff that, see, and here we go, that's any different? How do they survive? I mean, you open up any like beauty magazine, and there's hundreds of products that they're advertising. Every issue they've got to have new stuff, makeup and the serums and everything. But look at these. I love the stock photos that they use. Everybody's always having a great time. They just can't believe their lives are just they laugh at everything. You got to kick up your leg and goof around here. See, she's chewing on a piece of kale, and everybody flinging the fruits and vegetables up into the air, and acting cute. And here we go. This was a good one. Look at these ladies. We got menopause relief. And again, they're just laughing about everything, having a great time. Anyway, it's like, who finds Amway? How do they even exist and survive today? That just seems like very outdated. At least Thrive has more energy and a little bit more design to it. They're very hip. Well, the question is, should I join all the fun? Am I missing out on something? Get in on the excitement, change my life, meet new friends? Or should I start a business that will actually make me money? I don't know. What do you think? Have any of you tried any of these MLMs just for the heck of it? There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to experiment, see what works, see what doesn't work, see if you can stand hanging out with these people or not. It's all up for grabs. We don't know. Don't know till you try. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this expose. Talk to you later.